Demystifying modal verbs, navigating through negative forms and questions. Hello, language learners. Welcome back to our English learning series. Today, we're diving into a special section of intermediate grammar that often poses some challenges: modal verbs, specifically, their use in expressing permission. Even more specifically, we will concentrate on negative forms and questions. Sounds tricky? Don't worry, by the end of this video, it will all make sense. Before we delve into the negatives and questions, let's quickly remind ourselves of what modal verbs are. These are special verbs that express necessity, ability, permission, or possibility. Some common examples include can, could, may, might, will, would, shall, should, and must. When it comes to permission, the modal verbs can, could, and may are often used. For instance, can I leave the room? Or, may I use your pen? But what happens when the answer to these questions is no? This is where negative forms come into play. By simply adding not after the modal verb, we can express a negative response. No, you cannot leave the room, or no, you may not use my pen. Now, how do we go about asking for permission? Just like with any question in English, we swap the subject and the modal verb to form a question. So, instead of, you can use my phone, we ask, can I use your phone? It's time for practice exercises. We'll give you some sentences, and your job is to identify whether they're negative forms or questions. Remember, a question will typically start with the modal verb and end with a question mark, while negative forms have the modal verb followed by not. Well, we've reached the end of our video. We hope you now have a solid understanding of how to use modal verbs to express permission, specifically in negative forms and questions. Keep practicing, and remember, language learning is a journey. Keep going, and you'll master this in no time. Until next time, happy learning!